excited. And you wanna know why? Because it's finally happening. G'day guys, I'm Mortal Phoenix, and I'm not doing a normal intro because I'm really excited for what's about to happen, because all this is finally here. It's all my computer parts. Now, I've been posting on Instagram for the longest time, like when all the parts get here and all that, but it's finally all arrived, and I'm so happy. So we're gonna put it all together today. Yay! The last two parts, the core and the solid state drive, they arrived last night. Well, they arrived yesterday. I was at work all day, so I never actually got around to picking it up. But they arrived last night, and I had a look at them. They're really good, so I'm super excited. This thing has cost me close to $2,500, and I'm still not done. I still got to get some more externals and all that jazz. But other than that, it's mainly all here. All the main stuff I need, really. The only thing left to get is a microphone amp and a proper camera. Other than that, I'm pretty much set for a while. So I'm gonna sit down, plunk down right here. I'm gonna set this up. So hang on. Wait. How's it? Yeah. Okay, cool. You can see my clothes in the background, but you know what? I do not mind. That is all part and parcel. Oh, come on, phone. Sorry, I should have done this properly. Yeah. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so I'm gonna take you guys through all the parts that I have. I'm gonna explain to you why I got, well, I won't really explain it to you, but I'll just let you guys know as to why I got it, how much it probably cost me, maybe, and then we'll get stuck into it. So, hang on, I need to find something. I found it. I need a screwdriver. That's gonna be essential. Okay, so we're gonna go through these parts one by one. The first part I bought is the motherboard. This is the first part I bought back in September. So I've had these things. This has been going on for about 7-8 months, close to it. And yeah, so I bought this back in September because I've got an old computer tower. It's like low. It's old. It's like mid tower. Though I wouldn't say it's mid. It's very tiny. So I had that, and it didn't work, so I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to invest in my own computer, I'm going to build my own. So I did, and here we go. So that is the motherboard. It's an MSI B250 Gaming M3, in case you're wondering. Staying with the theme of MSI, we have the graphics card. This thing was a pain in the freaking ass to get, because not only buying this new would have cost me close to $850, but this one I found second hand for about $200 less. So I was like, screw it, I'm gonna get that. So let's do this one. This is the RAM. Interesting story with my RAM. So this is Kingston HyperX Fury DDR4. But interesting story about the RAM. I bought this one. I found this on eBay. And I asked the guy if he could do 230 for it or 200. I can't remember the exact price. And yeah, he took it. And then I bought another one by accident. I was like, okay, well, shit. What do I do now? So yeah, I bought two by accident. The other one was Corsair Vengeance LPX DDR4. And I decided to go with this one because I don't want this thing to be the most powerful thing in the world. I need it to have power, but just not like an exorbitant amount. Is my brains, I should say. I'm gonna say the heart, but technically this is the brains. Intel Core i5. I was gonna go. It was either this or i7, and if I got an i7, it would have taken me a lot longer to get it. Next up, fanning. Yay! So InWin Aurora LED 120mm fans and LED strips. So these cost me $100. Comes with 3 fans, 2 LED strips, and this is going to provide a little bit extra cooling and a little bit more light. So I found these, they go well with my case. So yeah, this was $100, and I was like, you know what, sweet, better than buying individual fans for the same price if not more. So next up, we got one storage boy. There's 4 storage. this is the solid state drive that I bought. This is an M.2 SATA SSD, so this plugs straight into the motherboard. This doesn't go into a SATA slot or anything. The only con about this is that because it is a SATA based component, it still uses up a SATA port, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, one of them is going to be used by an SSD anyway. But I still have another 2 that I can play with, because on that motherboard there's a total of 6, and I have 3 hard drives and an SSD, so that's already 4. But I still have another 2 to play with. So if I want to expand my storage, then I can easily do that. And then we have 3 storage boys. Hang on, wait, I should have prepped. This one's a little bit different because this one I bought secondhand. Some parts I've been really skeptical buying secondhand, only because I don't know what they've been through, and I said to myself, if I buy a core, I'd buy it brand new. I do not want to buy it secondhand because I do not know where it's been. I can't trust it, unfortunately. This one I bought secondhand. If worst comes to worst, I can always buy a new one. I don't know if I'll be able to find a 500 gig. So this is 500, then we got 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes. Yeah. Cooling! Best cooling part. So this is the CPU cooler that is replacing the retail box fan. So the reason why I bought this, again, suggested by my brother-in-law. Jason, if you're watching, thank you, appreciate it. So this was just suggested by him. He's like, get one of these because otherwise your CPU will burn out very quickly for what you want to do. And if you have a standard CPU cooler, it's not going to do anything for you. Windows 10. I should have showed this last. Anyway, but Windows 10. Can't find Windows 7 anymore, nor can I find 8. But Windows 10 I've heard is like the best of both. Even though Windows 8 and 8.1 were absolute pieces of shit. I have a disk drive that I got from the old computer. So that had a disk drive in it, and I was like, well, this thing still works very well. I mean, I'm not going to destroy it. This still uses a SATA slot, so that leaves me with 1 space left for expansion. It doesn't really matter. I don't think I'll have to worry about that too much. But this is going to come in handy because a lot of these components are going to use disks, and a lot of the new components, if I do get them, are going to use disks as well. Next up is the power supply. The height of it all. Literally. This thing provides the power and then you're all set. So this power supply, I didn't want to go anything too extravagant. If I wasn't sure what to get, I thought about getting a 700 watt because it's a nice middle ground, and I would say to anyone who is building their own computer and watching this, get yourself a 700 watt PSU because it'll provide a nice middle ground, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, actually, this thing, I thought I'd show as well. This is a wireless network adapter. So what this does is this plugs into your computer tower, and essentially what it does is it basically tells your computer there's no need to run off like a wired connection. You can run off wireless, which I think is actually pretty clever. I still kept the box for the monitor, only because like I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it or anything. But yeah, I mean, that's the box for the monitor. It's already set up and waiting. And here comes the big mama. So this is the case. This cost me 180 bucks. It's an InWin 707F case. I'd like to show you all around it. It's hard to actually kind of see what it is. But on the front, I've got like you can kind of see it. There's a Ministry of Magic logo on it, only because I was like, I want to make this thing mine. So we did. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna open up this thing. We're gonna open up both sides. You might only see one side of this, and I apologize if that's the case.
not falling. start falling.
You guys want to see it? I haven't turned it on yet, but we will. Oh, far out. Okay. So, that's the inside of it. It looks like absolute garbage. Because it is just filled with wiring and tubing and all sorts of crap. So yeah, it doesn't look real fun. So all I'm going to do now is just set this up and then we're going to turn it on for the first time together. That was creepy. that freaked me out. Okay, we're gonna turn it on, plug it all in, and yeah, I guess we'll see what happens with that. Okay, we got the moment of truth. I'm gonna turn this thing on. Oh. Uh-oh. Um. I'll be back. Okay, so it's taken me a little bit, so I had to stop recording. But I got it working now. Look! Oh, look how pretty it is! Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. Oh, okay. Alright, I gotta set up Windows. Language to install. English, yes. Keyboard and input. That one. Install. Oh my god. Yay! It took me a little bit. There were a few little bits and pieces that wouldn't actually, that caused, hang on. So, where's my thing? Just give me 1 sec. I gotta reset up the tripod. I had a little tripod that I was using. So, let me reset this back up. I'm sure that's a lovely shot of my hand. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's better. So, initially what happened was there was one part that didn't need to be used. Like there was one piece of wiring that didn't need to be used at all, and I plugged it in by accident, thinking that that's just what it was. And me being the freaking idiot thought that was necessary. So, I mean, I fixed it eventually. I had a look at it. There were a few things that weren't reading properly. The power, no, not the power supply. The what is it? The CPU. Sorry, the CPU wasn't exactly reading properly, so I had to reinstall that. And I had to reinstall the RAM and all that jazz. But other than that, it was fine. It's just an amalgamation of wires at this point. So, I mean, yeah, it looks amazing. It's so colorful. It's beautiful. I love it so much. So yeah, alright, that's installing. I'm gonna finish up and I gotta install a few other applications. I gotta install Chrome, Premiere, Steam, and all that. So I gotta do that. But you know what? We can get back into YouTube now. We can finally make a change. We can finally do this properly and not have to worry about it. So you know, I'm really, really excited. This has been a long time coming. This really has. And now that I actually now have the computer for it, it makes things so much easier and so much better. So I'm really, really happy and I'm really excited to see where this actually goes. This has taken me 4 hours to record and install, and it's taken me more because I did a few little bits and pieces here and there off camera. So it's probably taken me like 4.5 hours, give or take. I started this at 10, roughly. It is now 2:30. So that just goes to show. But this, I honestly thought this would take me a lot quicker. But that's the problem. That's the problem with assuming. You should never assume. So yeah, we can get back into this properly. We can play some fucking decent games now. We can do like Subnautica and all that jazz. Oh man, I'm gonna be so ecstatic. Oh, don't be surprised if in the next few videos I'm really, really giddy. only because like I'm super excited now, and I can't wait to have this thing going at full capacity. I cannot wait. So with that being said, I'm going to leave this video here. So cheers everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I don't know what was enjoyable about it, but fire up that like button anyways. Let me know what you think down in the comment section, and if you're new to the channel, then why not subscribe for more videos. Not exactly like this one, but other videos to come your way very, very soon. Cheers again, and until next time, I'll see all of you in the next one. See yas! Yes! Finally! Man, now my shirt says it all. Where's the party at?